Kofi sat in silence, the DNA test results trembling in his hands. His death-ridden mind swirled with shame, anger, and confusion. Rachel had tricked him, made him suffer, and now she sat there, calm, satisfied, feeding their youngest child like nothing had happened. His pride burned. No woman will outsmart me like this. That night, as Rachel slept peacefully, Kofi lay awake, staring at the ceiling. He needed to get back at her. He would humiliate her the way she had humiliated him. He would reclaim his power. The next morning, Kofi made his first move, rejecting her food. When Rachel placed his plate on the table, he pushed it away with a look of disgust. "I don't eat food made by a woman who disrespects her husband," he sneered. Rachel simply chuckled. "Then starve, Kofi. I no longer cook for a man who isn't mine." He decided to bring other women into the house. He paraded different women around, laughing loudly, making sure Rachel saw him whispering into their ears, touching their hands. He wanted to see her break, to see jealousy flash in her eyes. But she never reacted. Instead, one evening, as he stumbled in with another woman, Rachel was already dressed in a stunning outfit, her face glowing, her perfume filling the air. She walked past him without a word, stepping into a waiting car. "Where are you going?" Kofi demanded. She smiled. "Somewhere better." And just like that, she was gone. The last blow. Angry and desperate, Kofi cut off all financial support, sure that without his money, Rachel would be forced to crawl back. But weeks later, something strange happened. Rachel didn't look like a woman struggling. She dressed even better, she was always on the move, and her phone never stopped ringing. One day, while drinking with his friends, he heard someone mention a new supermarket in town, one of the biggest and most successful. Afrikmart, they called it. His heart stopped. That was her name. Kofi ran to the supermarket, pushing through the doors, and froze. There she was. Rachel standing at the counter, issuing orders to employees. The woman he had tried to destroy was now the owner of a thriving business. His mouth went dry. He had lost. Months passed, and Kofi's life crumbled. The women he flaunted took everything from him and left. The debts piled up. He lost his job. His so-called friends disappeared. One morning, defeated and desperate, he searched for work. A friend told him about a supermarket hiring cashiers. It wasn't much, but he had no choice. He arrived at the store and stood nervously in line with other job seekers. When his turn came, he looked up. And there she was. Rachel. Sitting behind the desk, her eyes calm, powerful, watching him like a queen looking at a fallen servant. Kofi's knees nearly buckled. His tongue felt heavy. "Rachel," he whispered. She leaned forward. "Sir, are you here for the cashier position?" His lips trembled. She smirked. "We don't hire people without integrity. Please leave." Kofi felt the weight of his downfall crash over him. The same woman he had disrespected, cheated on, humiliated, and abandoned was now the one who held his fate in her hands. And she had just shut the door in his face.